Good morning and welcome. It is Friday the 5th of August. I am Flat Cap Callum and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. Coming up today, as expected, it's not a good Friday. Really below standard for Friday. So I've got half stake today. It's a £10 bet. I've done it as two slightly smaller stake lucky 15s in the end. There's been an even bit of non-runners out this morning. My shortlist has chopped and changed a bit, so I'm good with where I've got to. But two smaller stake lucky 15s is what we've got today. Before we do that, we'll do the review of yesterday, and we will have a word on the golf at the end. So yesterday, how did we do? It was a similar story for Monday. So bear in mind, we didn't do video Tuesday, Wednesday. Monday was a small channel loss, but you would have been in profit if you did it with 365 as advised. And yesterday was the same, so it was a very small channel loss, but if you'd done it with 365 as advised, you would have been ahead. Channel I've got it's 25 on, 22.78 back, so a £2.22 loss. So 4 days into the week, we're £4 down, so all to play for. What did we have? So this bet, so not for a long time, it was one of the ones I put up the night before. Of all the horses yesterday, I was probably most gutted about that one because if you just look at bare result, it doesn't do it justice. That horse was definitely coming and got snatched up. And I honestly, I think if the way the race was looking like it was panning out, I think it would have been a closer, and I think it would have got a place. It would have been a nice price, but not to be. Then Antagonise didn't place. Welcoming went from the front. It looked like it could stay, and then got completely swamped. And then Out on Friday, which became my number one horse for that race, ran an absolute dream, but just got snagged on the line by one closer. It went right out from the front as well. So ended up only unfortunately being a placed single on bet one on Out on Friday. SP'd at 22s, I think. So that was all that was there on bet two. With bet one. Excuse me, bet two. We had 3 place, 2 not place. Annoyingly, so made about break even. But if you'd done it with bet 365, you'd have got better prices on this. So and the SPs were all better. So Star Sheba didn't quite get there. Sound of Iona SP'd at 14s. 5th place paid 365. William Hill and Sky. All Be Gone ended up going back to 22. That was one of the ones I tipped the night before, 25s. So that was solid place, 22s. And then Emirati Hero, that was 12 to 1, but there was a rule for deduction on that SP. So it was a place treble on there, but couldn't get either of the doubles, which is really annoying. So, about break even on that one. And then bet 3, the leftovers bet. I mean, yeah. New Day Rail. Should I have put that in one of the other bets? I could have done. I didn't. It was in my other bet. But yeah, ran an absolute cracker. That went from the front as well. I had a few run from the front yesterday. Went from the front. Got taken over by the two previous horses that had run previously, and then was super comfortably third. Backed into 40 to 1. But as I said in the morning yesterday, I said yesterday when I did the video, at the time of doing the video, you could have got 125s each way on Bet365, and I know some of you did get that price. So 80s for the channel, 40 was the SP, but 125 on Bet365 you could have got, and that was fairly solid for about an hour after upload. Then Pockley broke the arts. It got snagged in the end. It faded. It was 6th. 5th would have been a nice place double. And then Stormy Jen, despite the fact it got backed in, didn't really run any sort of race. Tactics wise, I was surprised because I think what happened is they put Colin Keane on it, and it was ridden up with the pace, which is kind of what general. What am I trying to say? Running up with the pace would be what would be a good way of running at Leopardstown traditionally. So up with the pace is where you might want to be, but actually that horse is a bit of a closer. I think tactics didn't quite suit. So as I said, 25 on, 22.78 back. If you'd done it with Bet365, you would have come up nicely ahead with the prices. So no extra place terms, but prices you'd have done better. If you did William Hill and you got best price guaranteed, you also probably should have come out ahead, I think, as well. All right, that was that. So yeah, I'm not going big today. As I said, 2 lucky 15, smaller stake, and then tomorrow it's now the next stage declarations is looking even worse. So tomorrow is going to be substandard Saturday. I'm hoping when we get to the Sunday series on Sunday at Haydock that the racing's competitive there, because it has been on the Sunday series. But yeah, I think tomorrow looks substandard. There's 8 meetings, but there's not going to be loads of volume at all. So we will tread carefully, and I will put out what I've got, but I'm not going to go big on any of these. We need to accept that last week was an exceptional week for Galway and Goodwood. We actually have had the 2 days I've done a video this week, Monday and Thursday, were really good days. But we are definitely, the way I said it yesterday, if the weather stays as it is, the drier the weather, you will find that the field sizes stay a little bit smaller. We get a bit of rain, some of the others come out, because the ground's going to get harder and it's going to be less preferable for some. Okay, anyway, today, what have we got? Starting with this one, best bookmaker 365, just, I would say, and I'll come to that on this bet one. 220 with starting off, Doc Sportello 25. That's probably the only one where I'm a bit like, maybe I should have put a bit more stake on it, and I'm saying that out loud. Definitely worth a little single for those of you who like singles. For what I'm doing on the channel, I've just done it as I've done it, but yeah, it's worth a little single at 25. It's a good price on that horse, and as regulars all know, I'm a fan of betting on a horse that is much older than its rivals, because there's bias in the market where a lot of people just look at the age and go, no, I'm not backing it. So Doc Sportello is starting off. It's the only horse I've got at Brighton, and then 4 o'clock Thirsk, Hurt You Never 8-1 is the only horse I've got at Thirsk. Then we're going 7.55 Tipperary. I've got 2 horses in that race, one in each bet, over here at 9s, and then finishing off 8.25 Tipperary. It's a funny looking race, that the 8.25. You couldn't really put a claim in for many of them, to be honest, but I think at the prices, Fatan's definitely worth a go. It's got some form this season that says that should be a frame horse. It's just the problem is last 3 times it didn't run well enough. But I think definitely 2 of them you could put some excuses, and the third one and the middle one, I think maybe it was underestimated. So we're having a go at Fatan at 33s because I think that price is too big. So 15p each way, lucky 15. That's what they both are today. An additional double on the bottom 2 legs, and the next bet will be the same bet. So 25p each way, double on the bottom 2. But as I said, Doc Sportello is the only one of the 8 I've got that I maybe could have gone a little bit more on. Hurt You Never race, 4 o'clock Thirsk, Sky are 5, everyone else is 4, but other than that the terms are the same with the other bookies, so I'd say on balance it's worth chancing 365 and risking that horse coming 5th place, because you'll get better price on the other ones. So yeah, I'm marginally 365 over Sky, I would say, for bet 1. And then bet 2, we've got some scores on this one too. This one is better with Sky, and they are better extra place on most of these races. So 5.15 Wexford, Alice O'Byrne 11s, 5.50 Wexford, Rose Marler at 7s, 7 o'clock Wexford, Lake Chad at 18s, and the 7.55 Tipperary, my other horse there, Manuel, 15-2. Not much between those 2 7.55 horses, I would say. It's another 15p each way, lucky 15, and another 25p each way double on the bottom 2 legs. So we're mainly in the evening, mainly in Ireland today, and mainly small stake, £10. That is what we've got. And then quickly on the golf, it was a reasonable start. I was happy enough with where we got to yesterday with the golf. Just having a quick glance at it now. In the Kazoo Open, Connor Simon Shinkwin are up mixing it, so we'll see how they get on today in terms of our single bets in the outright market. And as far as lucky 15, the Kazoo Open, Elvira is currently in the places for top Spanish, and Easton's the one that's got a bit of work to do in the top South African market. Then in the Wyndham, McCarthy and Kisner were disappointing in the outright market. Kim was okay, so we really want one of them to push on a bit today. In the lucky 15 bet, Taylor and Sabatini both in the mix in their markets too. So overnight we had 3 in the frame. in the lucky 15. So it's a nice place to be after day one. All right, that is me for the day. And enjoy your day on Friday. Don't get distracted and think, well, there's a lot of other meetings on and I'm going to put a bunch of other bets on. If it's not good, it's not good. And tomorrow, I think it's one of those days where people are going to want to have a go, but it's going to be picking and choosing your battles. As I said yesterday, Shergar Cup, I like the Shergar Cup as a spectacle, and I think it's a good competition. From a betting point of view, it's not the best. So we'll see what place terms they're going to put out on some of these races for tomorrow. And then we'll see hopefully the Sunday series on Sunday gives us a bit more to cheer about. All right, thanks very much. See you in the morning. Cheerio.